friends, and welcome back to my channel. And once again, I'm here to help you in the preparation for the TE December examination. And this is the second part of MCO 05. In the previous video, I told you about MCO 05 up to Unit 10. And we will start from Unit 11. And at the end of this video, we'll be solving few important numericals which can strike in the exams. And my dear friends, one thing more that we have an expert team of preparing projects, or MCOM projects. So those students who are interested to prepare the projects, so they can kindly contact me. The details are given in the description box. Okay, fine. So without wasting any time, let's start with Unit 11. And in Unit 11, you should know what is standard costing. Now, standard costing, basically it is a part of cost accounting, and it is a technique of cost accounting which compares the standard cost of each product with the actual cost. So basically here in standard costing, we make a comparison between the actual cost and the standard cost. And if the deviations are large, then immediately we take corrective actions and we try to rectify the deficiencies. And why we prepare this standard costing? So that is the importance and advantages. Basically to measure the efficiency of the performance, to fix the prices of goods and services, to control the cost, and to minimize the wastages, and to help the management to take decisions and all. And it also helps in the valuation of stocks, and even to fix the incentives and rewards for the workers. Okay, so a few limitations are also there. Basically, the first limitation or drawback of standard costing is it is quite impractical to set standards for the product, because it's very complex function, and it is not at all suitable for small scale enterprises, because the organization has to spend a lot of money to appoint the professional staffs, and it is not suitable for those organizations which do not follow any type of standards. So basically more or less related to the small scale enterprises. And fixing responsibility is a very difficult function. So it's quite difficult and impractical to control the costs. And with technical age and the technical revolutions, so where technology changes every now and then, so it's very difficult to set standards. A few objectives of standard costing: firstly, to control the cost. All these points need to be expanded, my dear friends. And it helps the management to take decisions, and it also helps the workers and the management to be cost conscious, and to fix the prices and to formulate the policies. So these are all the important objectives which needs to be explained. Okay. One more question that you should attempt, you should revise from here: the difference between standard costing and budgeting. So both are quite related. Budgeting is a part of standard costing, because we prepare a budget, an anticipated cost of the product and service. So for that we need budgeting. So the differences you should revise. Okay, I have skipped here a few units which are less important for your exams. And Unit 14, that is responsibility accounting. And when we try to define this, responsibility accounting focuses on people and not on things. And it is a system of management accounting where specific individuals are made responsible for accounting or controlling the cost. Okay, so that's why the name comes responsibility accounting, because some persons are given the responsibility to control the cost. Okay, from there you can expand the points. Few advantages of responsibility accounting: like it helps in evaluating the performance of employees and managerial staffs. It helps in the delegation of authority and responsibility. It helps to motivate the employees to work hard, to put in their best efforts, then to take corrective actions if the performance of the employees are not up to the standards, And then it helps in specialization. That means the worker can achieve some sort of specialization of skills in their performance. So all these points you should explain. Few essentials are there for the success of responsibility accounting. So this question also you can revise. Let's move on to unit 15, marginal costing. Now marginal cost is equal to the increase in the total variable cost with an increase of 1 unit output. And it is basically a technique by which marginal cost of such variable cost is charged as cost, and variable cost are written off against the contribution. So basically you get numericals from this chapter. Sometimes you get a short note to write on marginal costing. You should revise this features, the important features or characteristics of marginal costing. And here we divide the cost into two types, fixed and variable. And fixed costs are considered as periodic cost, and variable costs are considered as the real product cost. And fixed costs are not included in the production of cost or while fixing the cost of the goods and services. Stock of progress or work in progress and finished goods are all valued at marginal cost, and like that. One more difference for you. This is also you should revise the difference between marginal costing and differential costing. Let me tell you, differential costing is the difference between the cost of two alternative decisions. Like when we changed our decisions to produce something new, so what is the profit or loss that we can incur? So that difference between changing the method of production or method of substituting the other goods, so that is what is called differential costing. Okay, unit 16 is on break even analysis, and here you should know what is this break even analysis. Basically it is a study of cost volume profit relationship. So there are three concepts here: cost, volume and profit. And it helps to find out where the cost and total sales revenue is the same. Okay, and basically it is in short known as BEP, that is break even point. And the formula is very simple: cost should be equal to revenue, otherwise the company will suffer losses. And there are few methods to calculate BEP. The one is mathematical method, the other is a graphical method. In mathematical method, uh, generally all these formulas we use to calculate BEP, that is sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost is equal to profit. So based on this you generally get numericals. So we will discuss all this in the numerical part. Okay, and this is the graphical method of representing the break even analysis. As you can see here, this point, this is the break even point, and the upper part, I mean this part is the profit part and this part is the loss part. So company generally always tries to achieve this part so that it makes a good amount of profit. Few assumptions you can also learn for the exams: assumption of break even analysis, and one short note on profit volume graph. Basically it is a graphical representation of profit and volume. And I have drawn one graph here. Now this graph, so this shows the profit volume relationship. And here this, like when you go below this point, it becomes loss, the upper part is profit, and this point is like no loss no profit point. And the higher you go, the more profit the company is going to earn. Okay, one difference you can also revise for the exams, that is CVP analysis and break even analysis. CVP stands for cost volume profit analysis. And okay, unit 17. Unit 17 is now from this unit you should know what is differential costing. Just now I told you about this, and a few practical applications of differential costing, and like why this differential costing is important in the business. So all these points needs to be explained, like to manufacture or buy a product, to discontinue or continue a product, to lease or sell an equipment, to sell a product process. So like that there are different the different areas where we use this differential cost analysis to find more lucrative and more profitable ventures. Unit 18 is on reporting. Like you should know what is this management reporting. Providing information to the management is basically in simple words known as reporting. And let's see the important objectives of reporting. The first one is providing accounting information to the management. Secondly, reporting the management so that they can take right decisions. And reporting motivates the people and increases the efficiency of the employees. And the ultimate aim of reporting is to maximize profit and the growth of the organization, and helps to control the operations of the business enterprise. Okay, now this question, different types of reports. This is also very common question, lot of times come in exams. And in a company generally we prepare these four types of reports. The first one is users report, the second one is report based on information, thirdly report based on nature, and fourthly functional classification of reports. And again, like all these reports are classified into subcategories, and all these things you need to revise. Now let's see what are the different methods by which reporting can be done. These three methods are here. One is by writing, the second one is by graphical representation, and the other lastly oral reporting. So writing is basically more authentic and more accurate. Graphical works where analysis is required, and oral reporting is the most common form of reporting. Okay. A few essentials of a good report. This question also needs your attention. And the report should be accurate, it should not be void, it should be simple to understand, it should be reliable so that management can take decisions, it should be economical, not very expensive, and report should be submitted or prepared within the time frame, and it should be complete in all the respect. There should not be any bias and mistakes. Unit 19. Now, Unit 19 is on recent development in accounting. Let's see what are the important development. You should know about like this conventional financial accounting and its limitations and scope. Basically, we have already learned in the previous units about these limitations, like financial accounting, the information is historical in nature. Then human resource, like according to this accounting, like salaries, wages paid to the employees are treated as an expense, but fails to recognize the value of the human resources. That means quality. So that is one of the drawback. Then social responsibility. Now here the company generally, in the long run, only those companies can survive who are more responsible to the society. So we generally ignore this part in the financial accounting. Then basically this is rigid, like accounting, the principles and all that. So they are not very flexible. So that is also one of the drawback. And frequently the technology changes, but the accounting doesn't change quite often. So that is one problem. Okay, you might get a short note on inflation accounting. Now we know that inflation means the rise in the price level, and inflation accounting is all about calculating the current value of the goods and services. The main object of inflation accounting, I have written here these three important objectives: to show the real profit or loss for a period, then to show the real value of assets and liabilities at historical cost, and to ensure that sufficient funds are available to replace the various assets. So these are all main objectives of inflation accounting. Let's see human resource accounting. These are all very new concept which are added in the financial accounting, management accounting. Okay. Now, human resource accounting is the accounting for people of an organization. It involves measuring the cost incurred by the business firm to recruit, to select, to hire, to train, and to develop the human or the employees of the organization. So, all the cost of all these functions are what is known as human resource accounting, and we study about the different cost. The main objectives of human resource accounting is to provide cost value date for managerial decisions regarding acquiring, developing, and allocating, and also maintaining the human resource, and to provide information for effectiveness of human resource utilization, to provide information for determining the status of human asset, whether it is developing or depleting. This is one of the very important objective, and to assist the in the development of effective human resource management practices. So these are few important objectives of HRA. These are again the advantages of human resource accounting, which you can also revise. The next is social accounting. This also comes in the short notes, and it is also a new concept where social accounting is a framework where a firm prepares accounts for its social performance, because like every firm now, they have realized, okay, like how important it is to be socially responsible. And the main indicators of this social accounting are this: like there should be good quality of management, it should give importance to human rights, it should protect the environment, it should manufacture healthy products and they are safe to the human beings. Then it should also take care of the stakeholders who have invested in the business. Then it has corporate social investment. Then it should always try to to create employment opportunities for the people, and it should again like produce products and services which are demanded by the society. Okay, now the next concept that you should revise for the exams is environmental accounting. Now, again, like this type of accounting generally takes care of the environment. The company should take care of the environment. It should not pollute the environment in any cost. So this is also known as green accounting. Okay, again, a new, very new concept in accounting, and you should revise. You should expand all these points, objectives, basically to assist the professionals to gain knowledge about the environment, to provide relevant information about the environment, and to provide information about the company's affairs to the society, so that they should also know ki, like what the firm and how the firm takes care of the society. Okay, the next concept is strategic cost management. Now, it describes the cost management that focuses on strategic issue, that is to maximize profit, basically, and to grow and expand the business. And the other thing is to control the cost, and to control the cost, basically it sets standards for each cost element, and comparing the actual with the standards, and then analyzing the variance or the differences, and taking corrective actions to rectify those differences. So this is what is about strategic accounting. And then we have some practical questions on accounting. I have also shared this in June T. So I hope like you will get similar type of questions in this December exam also. Now this question here, this is the question part where 9% these preference shares are given, like 80,000 preference shares at rupees 10, then 50,000 equity shares at rupees 10 again, then 30,000. So these are all the the issue to the public, and the directors provide proposed dividend of 15% on the equity shares, and these are all the adjustments given. So this is the question that may carry 20 marks, and the net profit before tax will be given to you, and you will be asked to prepare profit and loss appropriation account, कि how the profit has been distributed, and income tax provision is there 50%, corporate tax dividend 12.5%. So now to prepare the profit and loss appropriation account, first we will take on the credit side the net profit after tax. Now here the net profit is 12,50,000. So after tax, it comes to 6,25,000. I have calculated here minus 50% income tax. Then all these general reserves are given. So place the general reserve on the debit side. All these, the part of the profit which are kept aside, so that should be debited. Then dividend equalization fund, that is also given in the question, that should be written on the debit side. Debenture redemption fund 1 lakh, then investment allowance 1,25,000, proposed dividend that is preference dividend and equity dividend. So all these things should be placed in the debit side. And then again corporate tax, which is 12.5%, which is given there. So you have to calculate that, and the rest of the after balancing you will get this 67,625. So this is how you have to work out. Now this is the net distributable profit of the company. Okay. Question number two. Question number two. Now here this is on ratio analysis, and here sales figure are given 8 lakhs, gross profit ratio is given 25%, and net profit ratio is given 10%. The stock turnover ratio is 10 times, and you have to calculate all these things: gross profit, net profit, cost of goods sold, and operating expenses. Now straight away to calculate gross profit, the percentage is given 25%. So find out 25% of 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs is the sale, so you get this gross profit. To calculate net profit, again 10% is given, so just calculate 10% of 8 lakhs. To calculate cost of goods sold, we use this profit, sales minus gross profit. So it's very simple. To calculate operating expenses, again gross profit minus net profit. Very simple one. So you need to learn these formulas. Okay. Question number 3, and here you have to find the leverage ratios. The balance sheet is given, this liabilities and assets, as you can see on the screen. And let's see the different types of leverages, how to find that. Now these are all important leverages, like debt equity ratio, where the total long term debt divided by equity. So long term debt, you need to calculate all the long term debt from here. Like I have written here the long term debts, that is this equity, share capital, preference share capital, reserves, and profit and loss account. So that is the equity, and the debt is the long term debt, that is debenture, that is given in the question on the liability side, 45,000. So when you divide this, you get debt equity ratio 0.6 is to 1. And again, like total debt equity ratio, this is also a part of leverage. The formula goes total debt by equity. Now to calculate total debt, you need to add debentures, total debentures, creditors, and proposed dividend. So you get this amount 65,000. Then equity here, that means equity share capital, that is given 75,000. Divide them, you get total debt equity ratio. Now to calculate proprietary ratio, we use this formula, proprietors fund by total assets. Now total assets, that means total all fixed and current assets. So these are all you need to add from the balance sheet asset side, and divided proprietors fund, that is all the the equity share capital and preference share capital. So you need to divide this to get this answer. So capital gearing ratio, again one more, that is the formula is equity capital divided by fixed interest bearing securities. To calculate equity capital, again equity share capital plus reserves plus profit and loss account credit balance. So when you add all this, you get this 55,000. And fixed interest bearing securities are debentures, then preference share capital. So you just need to add them, so you get this, and divide to get the answer. So this is how you have to calculate all the leverages. Okay, let's move on to question number 4. Now here cash flow statement, and I think in these December exams you are more likely to get this cash flow statement. So you need to prepare this, and like this their balance sheet will be given of 2 years to you, and this is the format. Some additional information will be given to you. Now I just tell you the format, like, and the different the accounts that you should consider in cash flow statement. Now the first thing is to, like, you have to find operating profit before working capital changes. So you have to take the net profit before tax and extraordinary item. So you have this will be given in the question, and then you will add all depreciation on fixed assets. Then any patents, if there patents to be written off, that is to be added. proposed dividend to be added, and any loss on sale of equipment, so that is to be added. And after this, uh, again you need to add the increase in outstanding rent if there is any. Not given, then ignore this. Then you have to deduct decrease in creditors, increase in debtors, and increase in stock. So this is all like you have to find from the differences of the two balance sheet of the 2 years given in the question, and you will less the income tax. So this is how you get cash flow from operating activities. So after getting this cash flow, actually these are cash flow statement is prepared in 3 steps. So one is for operating activities, the other is from investing activities, and lastly from financing activities. And we are going to add them to get the total cash flow. So after getting this operating activities, you need to add this any sale of equipments. This is you have to search in the question, and any purchase of investment. So that means the cash is going out. So all these should be deducted. And after doing this, you get the cash flow from investing activities. Now again you have to find the cash flow from financing activities, and from financing you should consider the equity share capital, any payment of bank loans, any payment of dividends. So all these these payments should be deducted, and issue of capital, that means the fund is coming in, so that will be added. And when you add all these three cash flows, that is operating, investing, and financing activities, you get the total cash and cash equivalents at the end of the, I mean it should match, because after adding this we get this, and this cash, this is the opening balance of cash and this is the closing balance, so it automatically matches. Okay, so this is how you have to practice cash flow statement a lot. And then question number 5. Now again this is on material, how to find material cost variance, price variance, uses variance, and mix variance. This question is also very important, and this information will be given to you in the question, like standard cost and actual cost will be given. These are the two products and their quantity price will be given. You need to to learn the formulas. Without formulas it's very difficult. Now to find the material cost variance, what we do, standard cost minus actual cost. Now as we can see here in the question, now this standard cost which is there given in here, so this is the standard cost and this is the actual cost. So standard cost, we need to find out the standard cost and subtract it from actual cost, you get material cost variance. Now this is again adverse, so that means the actuals are more than the standards, so that creates an adverse situation. And again, like for calculating material price variance, we have to use this formula, standard price minus actual price into actual quantity. So for both the products you need to find multiply and then minus and find out the answer. Many a times I have also, like previous videos where I have actually worked out on the board, so it's better to watch those videos. I will share the link of the video, so that will be, because it's very difficult to explain on a laptop. So basically these are all numerical question, so you should watch those previous videos, so you will try to understand that. And again, like this is again on material price and price variance, uses and mix variance. Then this question number 7. This question is one of the most important one for your December exams, because in the June exams we get a question on material cost variance. So you are likely to get on the labor cost variance, labor rate variance, labor efficiency variance, and labor idle time variance. So this question also I have explained in my previous videos practically on the board, so that will help you to understand the concept. Then let's see the next question. The next question is on break-even analysis. Now just now I was talking to about, and here you may be asked to find the break-even point and PV ratio and sales volume required to earn some profit. So this question is also very important, and all these formulas I have here worked out. So these are all very important ones. Okay. The next one is this, where different products will be given, and again this is on break even analysis. So this type of question also comes in the exams. Friends, these are all few important questions you should revise for the December exams, including numericals. And for the numerical part, I will advise you to watch my previous videos to have a better understanding. Okay, friends, that's all in this video, and I hope this information I've shared, so that will help you in the preparation. Thank you very much.